the Chief Financial Officer's report.
Yeah, the total revenue for the month was $16.4 million, and I highlighted in my report that the majority of that, $15.6 million, had to do with refunding bonds. And $712,000 was our operating revenue for the month. We did start to get some tax refunds that came through, about $24,000. And then the other revenue items are just the normal items that we get. There was a question with regard to NCLB grants. That's the No Child Left Behind, and that's the combination of the Title I and the Title II grants. Expenditures for the month, again, $18.8 million, but of that, $16 million of it had to do again with the refunding bonds and the payment that went out on that. So the expenditures for the month, the operating expenditures were $1.7 million, which is fairly normal, for the month. Our operating fund balance at the end of October was $15.3 million. And I did include in the packet a copy of the Township Treasurer's audit. There were some questions on that I forwarded to the auditor today. He said by the end of this week he should have a report out answering the questions that you had with regard to our audit. So I'll get that to Kevin.
Presumably the numbers in the treasurer's audit and our audit for the same item should be the same, shouldn't they?
As I said, I forwarded him the questions. He's got to really look at it and determine if they aren't the same, why they aren't. They should be or not, so.
Just so the board is aware, the treasurer did submit, we did request the treasurer to attend a board meeting. At this time, the treasurer will not be attending one of our public board meetings, but has agreed to meet with the CFO, myself, and the board president. So I would just encourage if any of the board members have questions on the IMET case or anything related to the treasurer's audit, township treasurer's audit, if you could submit those questions to Mike and myself, we'll make sure they get addressed, and then Mike can report out during the president's report how the conversation went.
Could the comments we already submitted, will they be on the list?
Yes, Tim can forward those to, he already forwarded those to the auditor.
Because the other thing that was a bit striking on that is the way I read that treasurer's report, they've written off the whole IMET investment in there, and we were told by our auditors we only wrote off half. I don't know why we would do something different than what they did.
And Tim will work that out with the auditor, so we have an answer for him.
Okay.
And you have that one already noted, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Were there Bill's questions?
Yeah, if you want to do that now.
No,
No,
but on the financials, I'm sorry.
Just,
No, there was nothing else on the financials.
Okay.
then moving along, any other questions on that? Otherwise, we'll move along to the principal's report.
No, there are bills, you said?
That's on the consent agenda items, right?
Okay.
There's nothing else on this section of questions, right?
Correct.
Correct.
So you're finished?
Yes.
Okay.